Good morning and welcome to Art and Culture Monday, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. How are you doing this fantastic Monday morning? How is your morning? How is your Monday? How was your weekend? We are here to make sure that we are extending the weekend by just a little bit for you to feel a little bit better, and of course to kick the Monday blues out of the window, to make sure that your week has started out great, that wherever your month is at, you have started out great. How is your month of March? How are you marching? We are already on the 21st day of the month of March. If you ask me, this month is in too much hurry. I don't know where it's headed, but yes, welcome to Art and Culture Monday. You are on KUTV. The show is Rise Today, and the edition of course is Art and Culture Monday. Now this is the 21st of the 21st of March. The year is 2022. Wow, I mean sharudi bado sijafika huku. 2022. How are you feeling? How is your month doing so far? Remember, we're just about 9 days away to the end of the month. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Have you accomplished what you intended to accomplish in the month of March? Because yes, this is the third Monday, which means that we just have one more Monday to go, which means that it's just one more week to go, and the month of March will be gone. We go into April, Easter. Before you realize it, we are already in June. So how are you doing? I'd love to know how your month is doing. This is also the 12th Monday of the year, that is 2022, which means that we have exactly 40 more Mondays to go. Yes, guys, we have moved from Monday number 52. Right now, we are just 40 more Mondays to go. We can do this. We can do this 4 more times, right? Yes, we can. So karibuni sana. I hope your morning has started out great. We have an amazing show lined up for you. You guys don't want to miss a thing. I have authors in studio with me. I have a number of authors, by the way. Today seems like it's a books related show, and I know that you're going to be enjoying that. I'm also going to be having some comedians talking on content creation. You don't want to miss that. Also, we're of course going to have our movie trailer of the day. We're also going to see, we went for a movie, actually a movie launch last week but one, a film called Talia. You are going to love it. So we prepared what we gathered from Talia and from the actors and actresses and people who just went to enjoy the show. We are going to be sharing that with you in just a bit. So you know, the show is packed. We also have our riddle of the day today. Let's see, we are turning up the heat just a little bit to see if you guys are gonna get it. So the show is ready. It is packed. You don't want to miss any of it, so stick around. You talk to me on 0739110544, 0739110544, and on our online platforms, because we are streaming online on Facebook right now. Just look for KUTV Kenya or my personal page at Karen Blessing, and you're going to be getting that link to our live stream, and you are going to be loving it. So don't worry if you're if you're stuck in traffic, if you're just leaving the house, you can carry me with you, because things have been made easy. So kimbia pale Facebook, just tell me good morning. Let me know how traffic is doing on your side, and let me know how your week has started. But as of now, let us officially kickstart Art and Culture Monday. Welcome back. We are just laying foundation for Art and Culture Monday this morning, and we want to take a look at how traffic is doing on your side. You know, someone is saying, it's taken me exactly 20 minutes from Kawangware to CBD. I wish Nairobi would be like this all the time. That was about 4 minutes ago. That's good. That is good. Just 20 minutes. That's a place where if there is traffic, you take an hour plus. So if you're leaving the house from the routes of Kawangware heading to the CBD, you might be just a little bit lucky this morning, okay? Someone else is saying there's a canter that has overturned at Mombasa Road. Please take care, guys, using Mombasa Road this morning. Please take care. A canter has overturned on the road, so you're going to be taking a while. Mombasa Road is already too messy on Monday mornings or any other morning, so today you may be taking a little extra time to get to the CBD, all right? So you're going to be taking a while. Someone else is saying at Ngat, anasema Thika Road, Thika to Resambu is 35 minutes. Resambu to town is 1.5 hours. I couldn't agree more. Traffic starts at around Resambu. If not Resambu, Roasters, also Muthaiga. It takes quite a while. So this morning you may be taking a while also if you're using Thika Road. Someone else is saying Thika Road jam for breakfast. True, Thika Road is usually almost always messy, so you may be taking a while if you're heading to town and using Thika Road. Someone else is saying Gitanga Road moving, taken me exactly 7 minutes now from Kawangware 56 to Hurlingham. So yes, if you're using Gitanga Road, you're also in luck, or you are moving from Kawangware to the CBD, you are also in luck. Today the traffic is not as bad. Moving on, someone else is saying Thika Road headed to town. It slows down from Garden City all the way to Muthaiga. Like we have said, Thika Road after Resambu, you're no longer sure where traffic is at or how it's moving, but you know you're going to be taking a while. Someone else is also saying, I woke up early to be in the office early. Sema Thika Road kutufanyia ile kitu. Ni kama tutafika 8:30. He's asking kwani kuna watu wamelipwa to cause traffic on Thika Road. That is just Thika Road on most days. Really, if you want to get there early, wake up a bit earlier. I don't know how early you woke up, but would you try earlier tomorrow? Yes, please try earlier tomorrow. Someone else is asking for directions to Kenyatta University and Referral Hospital. You have been given quite a number of options, so I hope that you're checking Twitter for that. I'd like to know how traffic is doing on your side. Kindly let me know, especially if you're not heading into the CBD, you are in other parts of the country, you're watching us from wherever you are at. Now that we are streaming live on Facebook, you could be anywhere on this planet, and I'd love to know how traffic is doing on your side. You may help a few more people as we get on with the show, so get to me on 0739110544 and our online platforms at Karen Blessing Kila Mahali and at KUTV Kenya, and we are streaming live on Facebook, so you can leave me your comment, your feedback there. I am going to be getting to it in just a bit, but right about now, COVID numbers. Welcome back. We are almost done with setting the foundation for the show. We want to take a look at the COVID situation in the country. And as of yesterday, there were just about 9 cases from a sample size of 4,020 people that were tested for COVID-19. That brings the COVID positivity rate to about 0.2%. This is not bad, but there's still a number of people. And remember, if you lose your life, you may be just one person, but that is a life lost. So please keep taking care of yourself. The recorded deaths are at 0, which is really good, and we appreciate that, of course. There are a number of people who are still in recovery. That is also very much appreciated. But I think the message for today would be just go and get vaccinated. We have moved to about, the proportion of adults fully vaccinated is about 29.1%. And this is worrying because we have been at between 27 and 28, I think, for the last 1 month. we have been going between 27, 28%. We are now at 29.1%. I still think that we can do better because we have received about 27,887,910 vaccinations have been received. About 17,327,143 total doses have also been administered, but I think we can do better, okay? We can do better today. We can go get vaccinated. We can keep away from COVID-19, especially now that the measures have been relaxed. We can do better. Of course, we can do better. Let's move on to our topic of discussion today. We want to move on to our topic of discussion and whatever we are talking about today. I realize that in this moment, the kids are home. Kids closed school about 2 weeks ago. So they are home. Most of them, KCP is done. So that's also another batch of kids that are at home. I think the only kids that are not at home are the Form 4s that are doing their KCSE. So we want to take a look at that conversation and get to know what can we engage these kids in doing. So not too many parents are courageous enough or neither have the time to handle their kids when they are on holiday. Many parents panic once the holidays or even the weekend comes around as they wonder how to keep their children occupied and out of trouble. Boredom leads to trouble no matter what age the child or the person is at. The default setting for the urban parents is to plug their child into whatever program is running over the weekends or actually during the holidays. It could be church camps, craft centers, or the neighborhood or DMOL's children program. This will hopefully keep the children busy. The other alternative is to send them packing to their grandparents or their cousin's place for the holiday. So we want to do more than that. So in the show, we are going to be taking we are going to be seeing a few things that you can get your kids actually engaged in over these long holidays that is actually going to be productive and fun, that is going to make your family, you know, better. So I want you to talk to me and tell me what are some of the things that you're engaging your kids with, you know, or in. Rather, I want you to talk to me about that and tell me how you're keeping them busy, how you're keeping them productive and out of boredom in order for them not to get in trouble, okay? You're talking to me on 0739110544 and on our online platforms at KUTV Kenya and Karen Blessing on Facebook. So that is the conversation of the day. Talk to me. I'll be getting to your feedback in just a while. But right about now, we want to take a look at our news and what is happening in the country in general. Welcome back. You are on KUTV Kenya. The show is Art and Culture Monday. And even before we get to our news updates, my first set of guests are actually already here, a gentleman and a lady. They're here to talk about matters books. You know, we have a book launch that is coming up on the 26th of this month. So we are going to be having a conversation around that. And even they're going to be telling us if these books that they're actually writing can be read by kids who are at home right now, which is one of the ways that you can be engaging your kids while they are on holiday, reading for leisure. I remember I was a huge novel reader per se when I was in school. So that is something that we can actually get our kids engaged. Work happened and life happened. So I'm still reading, but not as much. But I think this is an activity that we can actually get our kids engaged in. So I cannot wait. The guests are already here. I cannot wait to have that conversation. They're also involved with other amazing things, including children's mental health and awareness and self-esteem. It is a conversation that you do not want to miss. But right about now, let's get to our news updates. But after that, we are going to start with our first launch. Moving on to matters exam fraud, detectives attached to the Kenya National Examination Council yesterday arrested 4 suspects who are responsible for high-level examination fraud following intelligence reports of the sale of examination papers to candidates sitting the ongoing KCSE examinations. Take a look.
4 alleged KCSE fraud suspects who are also college students said to be in connection to a criminal syndicate allegedly responsible for selling Kenya's Certificate of Secondary Schools examinations to candidates all over the country have been arrested. The main suspect, who is an information technology student at Baringo Technical College, has been arrested today out of his rented house near the institution while administering exam papers to 2 secondary schools in Molo Sub-County that prompted him to lead the detectives to other 3 suspects. The arrest comes barely a week after Cabinet Secretary for Education, Professor George Magoha, warned of those found engaging in exam cheating and malpractices to face the full force of the law. The arrest has opened a look into reports of the national examination malpractices, where a few days ago, a third-year student from Kisii University was caught in that county posing as a candidate who had enrolled at the school, with yet another third-year economics student from Zetech University arrested for selling fake KCSE and KCPE papers. Bentura Kombuka, KUTV.
Moving on to matters politics, the Kenya Kwanza leaders have continued their call on President Uhuru Kenyatta not to engage in politics by campaigning for the Azimio la Umoja presidential hopeful Raila Odinga. The leaders, led by Deputy President William Ruto, while in a campaign rally in Kiharu, Murang'a County, insist that as the sitting president, Uhuru must provide a level playing ground for all candidates by not supporting any party in the campaign trail.
The Kenya Kwanza Alliance leaders pitched camp in Dindi Nyoro's Kiharu constituency, Murang'a County, where the leaders picked out at President Uhuru Kenyatta over his decision to go public in declaring support for Azimio la Umoja Premier Raila Odinga. Led by Deputy President William Ruto, the Kenya Kwanza Alliance warned the president to stop his campaigns for Odinga, maintaining as the sitting president, it is his responsibility to provide a level playing field for all candidates in the race for presidency.
Uhuru Kenyatta akiondoka, si huyu mzee, mimi na nyinyi tutamalizia asubuhi.
Already President Kenyatta has made public his preferred candidate after endorsing Raila Odinga during the Azimio la Umoja delegates meeting in Kasarani. The head of state, embarking on a rigorous campaign in Nairobi, throwing his full weight towards Raila, terming him the most suitable candidate to run the country.
Mutashikilia baba na Azimio mkono. Nione tena kwa mikono, nione. Namuomba kwa heshima, ndugu yangu rais, please, wewe tukaa kando. Waachie mimi huyu mzee wa kitendawili. Huyu nitamumalizia asubuhi na mapema.
The president's decision seemingly not boding well with his deputy and the entire Kenya Kwanza battalion, who insist as the head of state, Uhuru must not involve himself in active politics.
Mimi nataka tu niambie rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, wewe wa Kenya walikuchagua ukuwe rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya. Hawakukuchagua uende kukuwa campaign manager wa kitandawili. Tunaelewana kabisa? Anashusha heshima kitandawili aende amenyane peke yake.
Nimesikia huyu msemaji wa rais wetu Uhuru Kenyatta anaitwa Murathe akisema ya kwamba ati hawatahitaji kura ya Mount Kenya kusaidia Raila, na ni kweli. Sisi watu ya Mount Kenya kazi yetu ni kuangusha Raila kila mwaka.
As the country gears towards the general election, every coalition is positioning itself as the best of the best. Just who will win the race, only time will tell. Henry Tende, KUTV.
Still in matters politics, Azimio allied leaders have pitched camp in Nairobi for the fourth day with a series of rallies lined up in Eastland estates. The leaders held campaign rallies in Huruma, Kariobangi, Mathare and Kiambio, where they continued to sustain their vows of blocking Deputy President William Ruto and his Kenya Kwanza alliance from Nairobi and rally their troops to ensure ODM leader Raila Odinga is the next president. In sustained campaigns across the capital yesterday, the team made up for the current and former MPs claimed the deputy president was unfit to lead the country, urging voters to back Raila in the August 9 elections. They also took issue with the continued scornful attacks by Ruto against President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga.
Asante. Nipe hapa mic. Nipe mic hapa mheshimiwa.
Hey, pipeline
Faidike. Pia maneno ya kazi hapa. Tutawaajiri makazi na tuwatafutia biashara. Vijana mko sawa? Tupo sawa? Haya basi, asante sana. Mheshimiwa Komboka. Sasa leo nimekuja hapa kuambia ya kwamba
Sababa.
Moving on, the National Council of Churches of Kenya, NCCK, has expressed its shock following continuing utterances by some politicians on rigging of general elections. NCCK Kericho Branch Chairman Andrew Tum said claims by such politicians should be investigated, while calling on Kenyans to say no to politicians antagonizing peace and coexistence in the country.
As the country approaches the 2022 general elections, several stakeholders have set out to discourage politicians from inciting Kenyans on election malpractices, including the National Council of Churches of Kenya.
We are shocked by politicians' public utterances on stealing, rigging of general election. We call upon all Kenyans to deliberately say no to politicians antagonizing our peace, coexistence and security in the name of general election.
Addressing the press after a meeting with the church leaders in Kericho County, NCCK Kericho Branch Chairman Andrew Tum called on authorities to investigate such utterances while urging Kenyans to keep off politicians whose actions are not in line with the national peace and coexistence.
The Kericho church leaders believe and will endeavor to ensure that peace prevails during the process of the electoral cycle.
This comes barely a week after Gatundu South MP Moses Kuria claimed that the assistant the President Uhuru Kenyatta to rig elections during the 2017 general elections. Earlier on, a similar statement was uttered by Murang'a County Women Representative Sabina Chege at a political rally in Nyanza. Tum said that peace and cohesion should be safeguarded through the country, adding that the security agencies must be alert to stop any mushrooming gangs and militias that may threaten security in the general elections. The branch chair also called for independence of security agencies to avoid misuse of the police service, adding that the IEBC should be strengthened to conduct free and fair elections. Kevin Kiambi, KUTV.
Moving away from matters politics, residents of Kamweleni village in Machakos County are in a state of shock following the sale of sand from the Ikiwe Dam. They now want relevant departments to intervene and stop young people from deliberately selling the sand with the aim of getting enough water for their use. Residents' efforts to contact their chief have been thwarted, and now they believe that their chief is collaborating with the sellers in this mission. Listen in.
Residents of Kamweleni village in Machakos County have expressed concerns about their water dam, claiming that young people are deliberately extracting sand from the dam with the purpose of selling it to people arbitrarily. Now the local says that if this continues, they will run out of water for their domestic use, and they're now asking for an intervention from the relevant department to take action. The community cooperated in building these dams 4 years ago, and it was not easy, hoping this project would help strengthen agriculture as well as provide water for both livestock and domestic use.
Nia yetu ya kujenga tulikuwa tunataka maji. hapa, na hii maji inatusaidia sana juu tulikuwa na mpango ya kupika hii maji ipande huko juu, tuanze kuuza maji huko juu itusaidie, sababu hakuna mapato mengine tunapata. Tunataka maji, tupande mboga, kila kitu itusaidie hapa kwa hii kijiji yetu.
Residents have noted that young people stealing the sands from the Ikiwe Dam are disrespectful. If necessary, then it should be so to help the whole community. According to Anna Raphael, the lust for money undermines development programs in the area.
Kila munaona hii ngome ni kubwa sana na inatuchokeza sana akina mama. Na kuna watoto wanakuja huku, wanachukua changarawe, wanatutukana, na hii sisi tumechoka na serikali. Na tumelalamika sana, serikali itusaidie.
Their efforts to contact the area chief to intervene on the situation at hand has proven futile, but their hope is that their cry will be heard and the right action will be taken. Christine Brenda, KUTV.
Moving on to our next story on South Africa's inequality. A World Bank study has found South Africa to be the most unequal country in the world, with women of color hit the hardest by unemployment and gender-based violence, both made worse by COVID-19 pandemic. While analytics say that the apartheid and poor governance are to blame, community aid groups like Phenomenal Women are working to address the issue, and Linda Giftash reports from Johannesburg.
The consequences of inequality are playing out every day in the historically black community of Soweto. The nonprofit group Phenomenal Women, which supports victims of gender-based violence, was due to open this office space nearly a year ago, but it was destroyed by vandals. Organizers say it's another side effect of high unemployment, rising drug use, and crime.
People struggle on a daily basis just to get by, just to put one plate of food on the table. So it's joblessness, there's no job opportunities. That's where GBV plays a huge part, because remember, if the woman is unemployed, the husband goes to work, he feels that he's the one bringing in the money. It puts her in a very vulnerable position.
Phenomenal Women has expanded its work beyond gender-based violence. This hub was intended to offer skills training and a community library and act as a base for its food drives. It's also collaborating with community agricultural programs to create jobs for youth. The idea is to break the cycle of violence and poverty with opportunities.
No one gets a job. We've been applying here, but no one gets a job. So we decided actually let's turn into agriculture. For someone my age, the worst case scenario is someone just turning into gangsterism, because that's the, let me just say, in a place like this, that's the easy way out.
The issue goes back generations. The World Bank found that the country's history of racial segregation is continuing to leave Black Africans economically disadvantaged.
What it means is that those children that are disadvantaged from birth are never going to reach their full potential. And if they don't reach their full potential, then the country doesn't meet their full potential.
Better education and more equitable land ownership are among the solutions. The country already has affirmative action legislation that prioritizes hiring historically disadvantaged groups. But some experts say the policy has been abused and allowed nepotism and corruption, keeping the wealth in the hands of a few.
We've seen instances of specifically Black women not getting the promotion because of a quota system, which says you're allowed 3 Black women and 3 Black men and 1 white woman and 1 white man. Trying to get a rainbow brochure in every department is having explicit detrimental effect on Black women. I think that's just more evidence that it's crazy and that we should be going by merit.
Despite the challenges, he says Black South Africans are increasingly among the country's wealthiest people. The World Bank says the government's taxation and wealth redistribution programs have made life better for the poorest. But the gap is widening. And with relentlessly rising unemployment rates, parents like Swartz are left wondering if their hard work would be more fruitful abroad.
I can't promise my child he's going to get a job. He doesn't work. He's done with school. but there's no opportunity for him. This is my own personal experience. So I don't know what the future of South Africa looks like. But for me personally, there's no future for us. There's no future for my kids.
Whether it's for major improvements at home or new prospects abroad, the inequality has many South Africans wishing for a better life.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are done with the news updates, but feel free to tell me about how you feel about any of the stories that we have brought to you this morning. I know we are in the political season, so a lot is going on politically. Feel free to tell me how you are feeling about all that. But we want to move on because our first guest is already on set. But we want to move on with our conversation of the day, where we are discussing how to engage kids or students while they are on holiday, how to actually engage them in a productive manner, keeping them out of boredom and out of actually bad habits that come from boredom. So that is the conversation that we are having. And number one, you will be surprised, but number one is actually helping them with homework. Helping out with homework can actually be an everyday affair if you are courageous and a patient parent. It is also an opportunity to actually find out what actually goes on inside the classroom outside of the typical school was fine response. You know, the way your kids get home and they're like, how was school? Fine. So you really don't know any other thing that happened apart from school was fine. I think homework is a great way you can be able to help, and not just for little kids. I see parents being very diligent with their young ones, you know, PP1, PP2, then they go on, and by the time they're in class 5, 6, the parent has no idea what goes on in school, no idea what the learning involves, just asking for results, and at the end of the term. So we can do better than that, and be engaged in your kids' homework. Let know, and in the middle there, ask, in the midst of all that discussion, ask how your day was, ask which subject is hard, ask what is giving them a challenge, which fellow student or teacher is giving them a hard time, and you see, you will be able to learn one or two things. So don't get tired. I think that was the point of homework. Don't get tired even as your kids progress with their school. All right, that is our first conversation. But remember, you can talk to me. Let me know on some of the ways you can actually engage students in this season when they are home, because they are home for the next about 3 months. Actually, the holiday was about 2 months long. That's about 60 days. That's a long time. So we need to find a way to engage them, and I am giving you some of what I did my research on. You can feel free to share on 0739110544 or on our online platforms at KUTV Kenya and at Karen Blessing. And you can leave your comments on Facebook, because we are streaming live right about now. The second point that was actually brought up by the guest that I'm having today, I told you as the show was beginning, I have a couple of authors that will be gracing our studios today. The first one is already here. I am excited to speak to him. But that brings us to actually another point, getting kids to read books for leisure purposes. To actually not just to read for their examinations. They even have, they even are shocked wakirudi shule, because they're not used to reading anything and nothing. But if they read books for leisure purposes, for the purpose of not answering an exam at the end of reading it, that will actually improve both the reading culture and keep the kids' mind sharp. So we are going to talk to some authors and ask them their opinion on that. But right about now, we want to dive right into our first lounge. Yes, my guest and I are just discussing what we are going to be telling you today, ladies and gentlemen. So I have Robinson with me right here. Anaitwa Robinson Aliero Imende. That was a very, very unique name. I have not heard it before. Good morning.
Good morning, Karen.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's such a blessing to be here.
Yes, you are welcome. It's Karen Blessing, so the blessings are bound to follow. It just happens, How is your Monday morning, though?
I love Monday mornings.
You do?
Yeah.
You are like the second person I have found on the planet
I love Monday mornings because it's the beginning of the week, so I have to be very active.
Yes.
Then I'll slow down in the course
Then
of the
slow
week.
down in the course of the
So
week.
that
Are you
I'll
also
run
a
out.
morning person?
Yes, you know,
Yeah.
sometimes I'm into production, so sometimes call time, and I live in Rongai.
Yeah.
So call time 6, Hilton Butter.
Yeah.
So you have to be up by 4. 3.
Yes. You have. So you're used to these things. In short, he does his morning.
Yes.
Amazing. I'm so glad that you are here. I'm so glad that you're a morning person. I feel like there's a mutual understanding, you know, of how these mornings feel like. So let's kickstart this. I want you to say hello to guys at home, tuambie what you do, alafu we dive right in. Yes, on this camera.
Hello guys, I know my online family are all active and waiting for it. It has gone live.
Yes.
My name is Robinson Aliero Imende. I'm a prolific African storyteller. I'm an author, filmmaker, photographer, stage director, actor, both stage and screen.
Yes.
Amongst other hats.
Yes. Ooh, amazing. So you wear many hats.
Yeah, I wear many hats. I just change it according to the occasion.
Exactly. Ooh, all right. So we are going to be going through all those hats, but mostly deal with you as an author. Yes. But I want to know all that. You are director, you're a producer, you are a writer. All that, where did it stem from? When did you know this is the industry you wanted to get into?
When I was very young, I used to like watch a lot of movies, and then I will say I want to do this, but me, I thought it was called journalism.
Yeah.
So I said I just want to do journalism where I just act movies, do all these things.
Yeah.
Then later around 2013, then I just did my research. I said there's a course in film production and animation.
Yes.
I said let me go and do that.
Yes. So
and I had a passion for a long time, so I was just doing theater, acting, theater all through. From primary, I started with public speaking at around class 2.
Yeah.
So public speaking in Burumba Primary School. Thank you so much. That's why I started in Busia.
Yes.
So public speaking, then I transitioned to Kenya National Drama Festival.
Yes.
So that was around 2002, 2003. And then I got into plays. They said my heart was at home. I felt at home.
Yes.
Then from high school, more drama. Then I was so interested in film because remember it was my childhood passion.
Yes.
So when I got there, I said I want to do it professionally. Like go to school and learn. So I went to Multimedia University. I wanted to come to KU, but I had to go to Multimedia University.
Okay, so that means that you have known what you've wanted to be since you knew there were any careers existed.
Exactly.
Yes. Do you think that has molded you into a better, so what do we call you? Because I feel like you are an author, you're a pro, you are in media generally. Yes. Do you feel like that has made you a better media personality, a more integrated person, rather than someone who is, say, doing doing a science course in campus, but they are interested in film? You know, do you feel like that has given you an edge?
Yeah, it's true. It has given me an edge because also my parents were very supportive.
Yeah.
Because I say I want to be, want you to be a doctor. Me and doctor, no. Me and acting, me and same WhatsApp group.
Yes.
And they were very supportive. Even when I wanted to tell them I want to study, I want to go to Multimedia University, because I look at the fee. Then I just told my mom first, you cannot talk to your dad.
Yes,
I just told my mom.
With your mom, the easier part.
I say, Mom, I want to do film production. This is the amount.
Yeah.
But this is what I want to do. She asked me one question.
Yeah.
Are you sure about it? Is this what your heart wants to do?
Yes.
And I tell her, I'm 100% sure. I've always been sure. Then say, okay, let me talk to your dad. Then the next time my dad, he just asked me one question.
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't want to do teaching?
Yes.
Market.
Yes, the market
job. Teachers is always there, but these other courses, struggle.
You're not guaranteed.
Yeah,
exactly.
So I just told him I'll do film production. Say, okay, if you're good with it and it's your choice, we'll support you.
Exactly.
And from that time, they have been supporting.
Yes, I like that. I hope parents at home who are watching and kids who are watching, and you are probably wondering, you're in Form 3, you are wondering, I'm getting into Form 4 because the Form 4s are now doing the examinations, and you're wondering how to tell mom or dad whatever you want to do. I hope that you can support them. I hope that you can hold their hand and let them be, as amazing as Robinson here has become, because passion makes work really, really easy. Yes. So you went to Multimedia University. I went to Multimedia University. How was the experience there? I feel like I know the answer to that question.
It was amazing.
Yes.
Because for me personally, I went to study film, but I just wanted to be everywhere.
Yes.
Like in every other project, if somebody said I have a shoot, I'll say, can I act?
Yes.
I have a shoot, can I act?
Yeah.
I have a shoot, can I act? Do you need a lights guy?
Yes.
Do you need a best
boom guy?
Boom guy. I was everywhere. I didn't choose any role. So I was always volunteering, and I got a lot of experience. Then from that, a friend went to do production in Antibos. Then the friend, because I have been volunteering and they know I carry my own costume, I carry 5 sets.
Yes.
So they know I know the drill.
Yes.
So they'll just call me, there's we need an actor. Are you I'm ready. Then I'll go and do some production. Then I started production.
Exactly.
Yes.
I like that. So you have met Labo. You've met
Labo, I know. Hey, Labo.
Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, now that we are here, if you pass through Multimedia University doing film, media, whatever, you will meet with a lecturer called Laban. And it's you are going to love the experience at the end of it, because it's going to be very rough, but you're going to be loving it. Labo, on that case, Mr. Laban, Frazier, if you're watching, hi, how are you? Your students are out here doing good.
Shining.
Exactly. We are out here shining. Then you cleared, of course, from Multimedia University before your master's. What are some of the places like you were able to work after that because of the experience that gathered in the years?
So the important part about it is that me, I'm a very different type of person, because I just wanted the experience from Moonbeam Production.
Yes.
I did attachment in Kenya Film Classification Board.
Yeah.
But my heart was in doing my own production.
Yes.
So we together with the other 3 friends from campus, after we graduated, they say you are good in camera works, you are good in editing.
Yes.
Me, I'm good in scripting and directing and everything. So why don't you form a company?
Yeah.
So Wise, Troy, and we started forming Bundera Films. So since that time, we just been doing production, documentaries, all those short films.
Yes. So you do a number of production here and there through a company that you guys formed. That is amazing. Then you decided this is not enough. I need to be an author. So where or what motivated you to get into writing?
Actually, I started writing, I think, in class 2 or 3, because I like reading a lot.
Yeah.
I was going through, we used to have pesetas, I'm an old school, I'm a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Yeah. we used to have pesetas and spear books.
Yes.
So for me, I used to read a lot. Then from that, I say, why can't I write my own story? I'll look at the way the story flows. Then I'll start writing. I'll just take exercise books.
Yes.
There was one called Andika, exercise book. So I will write some stories, then take it to my English teacher.
Yeah.
And say, this is good, keep on. So from that time, I've been doing it, just writing. Even in high school, I write, take it to Mrs. Apinde, my English teacher, and Mr. Eko, my English teacher.
Yeah.
They will see it, they say, okay, this is good, keep on. Now the problem is publishing. First thing, I was in Busia.
Yes.
The farthest corner of Kenya. After Busia, you get to Uganda, so it was far away. I was not in Nairobi.
Really far, yes.
Yeah. So to get all these things, it was not easy.
Yes.
So from that time, I'll just write, and I had a good rapport with my English teacher. That's what I can say. All my English teachers are my closest.
Yes,
because
closest to your heart.
I feel so comfortable with them because of the passion that I had.
Exactly.
So I'll write, they say, no, this is not this. It is not a bouquet, it's a bouquet.
Yeah.
Bouquet.
Yes.
Go, right?
Yes.
So they will correct me all those things. I'll do back and forth.
Yes.
So until now my first publishing, I did it in 2019.
Yes.
Amazon self-publishing.
Yes.
Yes.
Amazing. I like that. So you published your first
anthology.
Anthology.
Yeah.
How take me through the process of putting the pieces together to form a book. How was that experience for you?
It was easy, but it was tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to scare anybody, but it needs patience. It taught me a lot about patience, because the book, actually, this prostate cancer, I started writing it in 2006.
Yes.
When I was in Form 3.
Exactly.
Even the title I had that time. So all through I've just been using. Yeah, I've just been updating. I was using Facebook notes. They had a notes section.
Yes.
So every time I'll just go online and publish a note and relax, publish, then title it prostate cancer, because I knew I was doing a book about it.
Yes.
So from that time I wrote. So when it was finally COVID, I did not have enough time to do anything.
Yes.
But during the COVID break, I say, okay,
you had the time.
Yes, I had the time. And I say, now let me compile something and do it. So during the COVID, I had the manuscripts. Then I said, I want to do self-publishing, because it's a process, long on. Publisher, Jomo Kenyatta publisher, it's hard to get into them.
Exactly.
So I say, why don't I use technology?
Yeah.
I have the internet, and every information that you need is in the internet.
Exactly.
For free again. So I had the manuscripts. I did the manuscripts on Word.
Yes.
My shock.
Yeah.
I did the manuscript, then I was ready, now starting publishing. Then Amazon, no. We have our own templates. go and download the template. So I went and downloaded
so
it.
that you can, you can fit them into their...
Yes.
But I'm thinking this is good news for any person who is struggling with publishing.
Yes.
They have a book to put together. You can go online, and it will be a lot of work because, of course, that's why you're not paying for it. That has to make sense.
True.
But at least now you have somewhere you can actually go ahead and publish an entire book, and you're ready for sale.
Yes, true.
That is good.
So I used the internet so much, even to sell. It's also on Amazon, and I just did everything on my own. I have my sister is in the US, but for this project I say I don't want to use any connection.
Yes,
I just want to do it myself so that I can tell people that you can do it.
Yes,
you don't need connection.
You can do it.
You
You actually did it.
I did it.
Yes.
So I just opened an account. I'm at KDP publisher. Then I had to. In Africa, unfortunately, Africa is in the third world.
Yes. Sadly.
So we can't transact on Amazon. You need to use a proxy.
Yes.
So you had to open an account in the US, link into my Kenyan bank, so that I can get my book to be sold.
Exactly.
It was
long hectic process.
Hectic. You need patience. If there's any writer who wants to publish, especially self-publish your work, the first thing you need is patience. If you don't have patience, then you're not ready for this.
You're not ready to be a published author. You are not. You need a lot of patience. Approximately, how long did it take? From the time you had the idea of I can actually publish this using Amazon to the end product. Now you're like, wow, I am done. How long did that take?
I can say 8-9 months. 8 or 9 months, because I had the manuscript. I did everything. It was okay. Then now the process. It was frustrating. Sometimes you do everything. You say I'm ready. Then you go Amazon. No, you can't copy paste. You'll have to write it again. I write it again. So I had to do it over and over. Sometimes I take a break. Sometimes it's okay to take a break. Don't give up. Just take a break. Then sleep over it. The next morning it will be fine. So I came back.
And then you move on.
You
take some glucose and the next morning you move on.
Exactly.
I like that. So you had this prostate cancer title since Form 3.
Yes.
What inspired that?
Wow, that's great. So I love Anyang Nyong, Professor Anyang Nyong.
Yes.
And I was reading his poetry. He's very good in poetry. So during the time I was reading his poetry, then he was diagnosed with prostate cancer at that time.
Yes.
So one of the meaning, it has a lot of meaning, but the one of the meaning is it comes from that
time.
Yeah, from that time, because I really related to most of his poems during that time.
Yes.
So I did some wordplay with this.
Exactly. I love it. I love it. Like this is creativity, genius at its best.
Humbled.
Top of genius of playing wordplay. That was really, and you stuck with it like through the years. Sometimes you may tend to you had this, then the book is complete and you're thinking maybe not that, maybe another. Did you consider another title for the book?
Yeah, even I sent when I was through the draft, I sent it to my friends.
Yes.
He's right at the one behind the camera, Jay.
Yes.
I sent it to Jay, I sent it to Blacks and my sister. Then Blacks was like, Black Lens, so he's also an author.
Yes.
He told me, that title will scare men. It will scare people. Are you sure you want to go with this? I say, I've been going with this. Nobody complained on social media for all those years that I've been posting it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it. Say, okay, if you are okay with it, we'll go with it.
Exactly.
And here we are.
And you decided this is what I want to go with. Yes. Now, I know there are a lot of pieces in here that were put together over a different time. So what inspires the type of pieces that you write?
So for me, I write according to the space that I am on that time, the zone. For me, writing is therapy. I don't smoke, I don't drink.
Yeah.
So
yes.
Most of the time, so if I have any pressure, some people say I'll go and smoke it out, I'll drink it out.
Yeah.
So for me, I write a lot.
Exactly.
I write. So anytime I am in any state of, I just write.
Yeah.
I just write. So for me, writing is therapy.
Exactly.
That's what I can say.
Yes. So you write basically anytime about any situation because that's your way of getting things out.
Yeah. Even sometimes it may not be my story. Maybe it may be your story. You may be going through something and you confide. Then there's I feel, how can I help you? Then let me put it in writing so that the lesson that I want you to learn, I can share it with the rest of the people that they may learn from that.
I'm hoping that this interview is going to inspire a piece somewhere in one of the next books that are going to come by. But which is just one of your favorite pieces in here?
Oh, that's a tough one.
I know that's a tough question because all of them are yours. But what's the one that comes to your mind very easily?
Hey, that's one. Hey, Karen, you have finished me.
No.
Because hey, I can say all of them are my best.
Yes.
I don't know, cliche, Bry.
Yeah, and you can get to read us that excerpt from it.
Okay, let me get one. Let me read Deja Vu.
Deja vu.
Yeah.
Okay. Surprisingly, I actually saw that like randomly. The page that I went to had that specific piece.
Page 33.
33. Okay,
Yes.
guys, let's get this excerpt from the book. It's called Deja Vu. I like that.
Yes. It feels like the Last Supper. Deja vu in the upper room. I gave you my love, told you to do with it as you please. You broke my heart and gave me a piece.
Ooh, just evil, done. we are done, guys. I like that, and I like that there's a combination of very long pieces in here and other short pieces like Deja Vu. Like, so when do you know you are done with writing a piece?
Okay, so back then my journey is just history.
Yes.
So back in high school there was a poem, East African collection of poetry. So there's a poem that I read about heartbreak. It was called Crack a Glass and the Crack Will Always Remain. The human vein has the same, something like that. It was 6 pieces, but it was packed.
Yes.
So it revolutionized my thinking.
Yeah.
Because I was used to reading Henry Barlows. He will do like an old 3 pages of poems.
Yeah.
And then I was like, sometimes you can do 6 lines like haiku.
Yeah.
And get your point across. So as I was doing my research and study, I also realized more people are doing it, calling it modern poetry, 2-3 lines, modern poetry. So for the sake of bridging this new generation, modern, and the other, the dinosaur generation, I had decided to do bits of both, the long and the short, the modern and the old type of poetry.
Yes. So guys, by the look of it, I know you're going to enjoy this book. I want us to talk about purchase, but before that, since publication and you were done and this book was in the market, how has it done? How was the reception of people?
Wow. So grateful to each and every person for the support, even not necessarily buying, just sharing, doing a review about it.
Yeah.
Buying, all those, referring to friends and so forth.
Yes.
So the experience has been amazing because my book is in Germany. I have people who bought it in Germany.
Nice.
The US, most of the states. South Africa.
Yeah.
It's all over. It has gone to places that I have not yet stepped.
Yes. And you will. Do not worry.
Amen.
You will.
Amen. So I was so thrilled to see that writing can transcend all places, all times.
Yes.
It does not have boundaries. So when you write, just know it's timeless. It will live forever, and it will go more places than you have ever been.
Exactly. You also made it to the top 100 amazing bestseller. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I was so humbled. It was a great feeling that I was top 100. Amazon 3 times in a. It's not easy. Let me tell you, it's not easy to be a bestseller on Amazon. It's not easy.
Yeah.
But I made it 3 times in a row.
Exactly.
It was such a humbling experience, and it told me, it just gave me that psych that I need to keep doing this.
Actually.
Yes, because people are not only friends that are buying it, people you just don't know. Even those who are reviewing are buying it.
You know, congratulations.
So it means a lot.
Yes, it means that you have done a good, you have done a good book.
Yes.
The friends who are, maybe friends can be buying out of courtesy.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
people who don't know you.
Exactly. Friends will say, hey, this is our own, let's just support our own.
Exactly.
Yeah. But people are just buying them, giving their reviews, wonderful reviews. People you don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. So how do you plan after this? Now that we are going to buy this, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to buy this. I think I will have a copy.
Yeah,
it is good. But what is your future plan after this, or after how this went, the experience that you learned with this specific book?
Yes.
How has it set pace for what you want to do in the future?
So I didn't tell you before I published this. We were doing another poetry anthology with my elder sister and my friend Blacks.
Yeah.
But now. Editor's block or writer's block.
Yeah.
So kind of thing happened. Me, I submitted mine. Blacks, you owe me a book.
Yeah.
So they didn't. Let me just report them. They didn't submit their pieces.
Yes.
We were supposed to do it in 2019. They didn't submit. COVID came.
Yes.
They were, things happen in people. So you understand that their lives are a different place of life. So people don't function normally.
True.
So I had to accept. So I waited and said, no, this long is too much.
Mm-hmm.
Let me do something. As I'm waiting for them to submit their pieces,
Yes.
let me do. That's when I decided to
actually now bring prostate cancer. Yes.
Then I did this. Then I have 2 more coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I have another poetry anthology and an African folktale.
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh, we are waiting. Are you still publishing them on Amazon?
Yeah, I'll definitely publish them on Amazon.
Yes.
Because I wanted to live more to reach a wider audience.
Yeah.
Because I have friends in Ghana, they say I want it.
Exactly.
Somebody.
I hope you guys at home are taking home a thing or two on writing, because we have a lot of writers. Just right here in this show, we have hosted so many of them, and one of the challenges is usually publication, where is money. Karen, I have an amazing book, I have amazing pieces of poetry, but publishing them is an issue. I want to engage you on our topic of the day today before I let you go.
Awesome.
And we're just asking how to involve our kids, because now they are home for very long periods of time, and as a writer can talk to parents and kids, and just on how they can read books for leisure purposes.
Yeah, so one of the things that I've realized that mostly we get wrong as Kenyans is that we read the way you say, we read for exams.
Yes.
Me, back in high school, I didn't do that. I'll go during the morning preps, I will have a novel.
Yeah.
Like I'll be reading 2 novels consecutively. So I will put it in the middle of the book, so that you'll see I'm reading a textbook, text it, fix it. But in reality, I'm reading something by John Kiriamiti.
Yes.
I'm reading his book. I will do it each and every time, because they say, no, you're wasting time.
Yeah.
You should be studying this and this and this. So I just like to tell parents to encourage reading is not a punishment. It's not a time off.
Yes.
It's not like a burden. It should be something that is enjoyable. You should tell your children stories, bedtime stories, a story or 2. Give them this fire, light this fire in reading and writing.
Yeah.
Tell them to write a paragraph about the day, each and every day. Tell them, maybe just tell me what happened today in a paragraph or 2.
Yeah.
And you will learn more about the children, because they will tell you what they expected and what didn't happen, so that you can view where can I help them better.
Exactly.
And then teachers also, they should encourage students to read, not just for exam. People will just read set books. Most of the people that you ask around, which books have you ever read?
Yes.
This set book, finish.
True.
I was reading to pass exam because it didn't.
Exactly.
We need to change that culture.
Yes, we need to change that narrative.
Should just read for leisure,
yes,
for enjoyment, fantasy, escapism,
yes,
go to another world, then come back. So let us change that. It's not exam. We're not reading for exam to pass, then you forget everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's get reading. If you are out there and you like me, you can get me a Karen Kingsbury book. I love the author. Yeah, she has thousands. Like that is one thing I like about her. She has a lot of books. If you can, get me one. But it is true. I agree with you that it's not a punishment. It can be a form of leisure if introduced correctly. Yes. So we are moving on. Where can we find your book? I know you have said it, but say it again.
So first time, you can get it on Amazon.
Yeah.
Just type Robinson Aliero or Robinson Imende or prostate cancer. It's on Amazon everywhere. Then I also, on my social media links, I can, for my Kenyan farm, I got you.
Yes.
I do deliveries in town for free.
Yes.
Yeah, a copy goes for 1,000 bob.
Yes.
And also Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Robinson Aliero.
Yes.
Yes.
Robinson Aliero. Guys, I don't know how I can say this better, but for 1,000 bob, this is timeless.
Thank you.
Like honestly, it is such an amazing. There is